2017, the new ocean kayak Tridents came out. I thought a great way to promote it would be to go on a long distance tour. The plan was to paddle and fish Florida for a few months, then paddle and fish my way home to Virginia. This is the video from the tour, the good times, the bad times, everything from this tour, the Trident fishing tour. Woo! All right, starting at the nose, I set up another little handle, so when I'm carrying it, when I'm moving it up and down the beach, I have a 2 grip. You can see that, so I have a grip here and grip here, so I can do it either way. Also, just having that handle. Also, I have what I call a drag. It's a drag handle. I got this from Jeff Little. Seeing what those guys had to do on their when those guys have to move from river part to river part, they have to drag their boats. So I got that idea from them because even in the saltwater environment, you come across a shoal or a real shallow area that just gets a little bit too shallow to paddle on. Sometimes you have to walk it through, and it's a lot easier with a long rope rather than having yourself bent down. So that helps out. Also, you see right here I have the Yak Attack anchor trolley. So I have a Yak Attack anchor trolley across the entire right side of my boat. This right here is dock rope. So whenever I come up to a floating dock, usually at marinas, I'll tie off with that. So you always have to have that. And I have a lot of extra rope in case I need to cut off some later. Usually you don't need a whole lot at a dock. All right, so this is the paddle keeper on the ocean kayaks. They put this up there, which is great. It's a great idea. It's awesome to be able to just a quick throw a paddle up underneath there, and you got your rod kind of holder so it doesn't fall down through there. And this right here is my camera mount for my big camera. They're inside my camera. So my video camera bow cam goes here. The quick seal hatch motion kayak is awesome. It's real secure, and it sits above the water cushion, so you're not getting a lot of water inside coming up through here. But what I did is cut it off, right? It was here. I cut it off of here, and see also, if you can see this here, I have a little deck loop, and that's what I'm tying. That's what I'm wrapping my rope around. And also didn't have to screw in another screw because I just used the screw holes for what my hatch was attached to for that. So just a little deck loop one side, and then wrap my rope around that. That's how it's wrapped around there. So on this, I've cut it so I can take it completely off, but I still wanted it to be attached. So I attached a strap. Also, it has a latch on it so I can take it all the way off if I needed to. And this is attached to this screw. I have taped up the remaining bolts on each one of these. So I super glue it, and then put duct tape, and then super glue it again, so I give myself not a secure, but at least a smooth section so nothing's going to grab on it. Again, dry bags grabbing on the inside. I'm trying to stop that from happening. So that's the bow. I've got the Yak Attack roto clip paddle holder, and this is awesome because this is what I consider this is a tactical spot for it. So instead of reaching way up forward up there to hit the paddle down, I can just slam it right there. Paddle moves in, pops right in, and it's more of my tactical paddle holder. Also, I have a dog bone camera mount combo. So this is where I do all the pictures you see of me when I'm by myself is done with this. To move the compass up forward, I did have it sitting here, which is where the transducer would go. I've also taped the inside of here and made this a little compartment. So this is like a small little tackle box. I put the Procure in here and shit like that, and then put it in there. But I did have my compass sitting here, so when I would close this, my compass would sit right here. And that was my problem with that was my maps were stopping right here. I wanted to move it up a little bit further and be able to sit this up higher. All I did was just tape up some tape on the bottom of this and pull it up because it's kind of hard to get to it. Yep, so that's my little tackle box. Rope right here is for the charts. So my chart bag will go in there like this. It sits inside my feet. I got full access, full view of it, and the compass is right here. And then even if I wanted to, I could do here and still have compass, be able to read it and still be able to have a compass. So I can put it all the way forward in my feet. So I have this, this is just connected. I just drilled holes in the foot pegs here, put that in there. Really, really super cushioned up these foot pegs. And I've also shaped them a little bit because I noticed when my foot was in these, my foot's starting to roll down, so I'm trying to, I actually gave it some arch support by taping. You can see it's kind of bump, it's kind of thicker on this side right here. It's because I've made it more arch support. So when my foot's in there, that it's giving my arch actually a little more support because I was noticing my feet were rolling in. Talking about me being a Goldilocks, I like micro adjustments. See how far that's one adjustment to there? It's almost what, inch or so from one adjustment to another. I've ordered the foot pegs for the rudder system, and what that has is straps that will go to here, a bungee to go to here, and then I can adjust it to make them super. I can adjust it this much if I needed to. I can adjust it this much if I needed to, and anywhere in between. So I can get my little micro adjustments on my foot pegs. What I've also done is put on the old hatch. It gives it an inch lower, and I like the one big piece coming over, so I have more access inside. If you've seen the new one, actually I have it. Let me dig it out of the box here. Hold on a second. This is the hatch that comes with the new Trident series now. Of course, got tracks right here. It folds up, so you get a half side, or it comes completely off. The latches latch in there, so that's where it sits, right there. Also has this cool compartment right here, bungees on top of that. And another really great feature is the magnet. That's a magnet right there, so when you put your lures on here and stuff, when you pick it up, it's not going to fall off. That's a really awesome idea. So I got the old hatch, put it on there, and it's just because I'm a Goldilocks, that's just what I like. I think this is amazing. I think this is a great improvement to the hatches. To this hatch especially. I mean, look at it. It's got everything you want up front. But I love the simple and the flat, and one open. I can just open it up, throw it over there, and I don't have to worry about a lot of stuff. Did a little bit of customizing on this though. Put some bungees in here. Put one little track in there just in case I wanted to do something. Bungees there, padding, and also I have my mirror here. So I have my camp mirror. If not only to, it's a signaling device in the daytime, but also to see inside my boat. So I can set my mirror inside and I can see inside my boat. If I'm, instead of reaching for it and trying to guess what it is, I can look in, put a flashlight in and see what I can see inside my boat. So, and again with the hatch, I secured it here. Also secured it into that bolt, and I have it where it comes off. So if I needed to pop it off, I just unhook the latch, and that comes off. Padding all on the deck. I tried to put padding all around it, but the raccoons actually ripped this padding up because they thought they could get inside. A strap to here, because you got to have everything strapped because the raccoons will get to it. So I just bolted a strap into where the original where the latch straps are still on, and just tied that one in. Real simple there. Here's where my paddle holder is on this other side. I have like it on my right side. If you see any of my videos from home, you'll see the same paddle holder in action. So if you want to just watch any of the videos where I'm fishing, or got a paddle in my hand or a secure paddle, this is where it's at. I have the so it's right here in the middle. I have it right here by my feet, but I also have it so far out that it doesn't take a lot of tension to get the paddle on. So I have it basically from there back to here where the bungee is. So it's a really super long bungee, and I put that piece right there and be able to lock it on. That makes it really easy when it's that long. I took these off. I don't use any of the side mount tracks, just the forwards and the back. So I didn't need this on. I took this off. First, what I've done is I cut off the entire front system, lifting system of the thighs. So I cut all of this off. This was all to here, right? So that's the seat without, you know, my extra pads in there. So that's the seat, and it's got the raising thing, so you can raise this up and down. I took the base pieces off, so take that up and down. Also, when I take this off, it gives me my leg crossing room. Now I have all this space here to be able to cross my legs. That's what I've also been used to. All of my boats have had, you know, the seats way back, really small seats, low backs to the deck, and also, you know, a lot of foot room here. So that's what I did, as I took this entire piece off of here. You know, I put my fish grips on this, and I have it cushioned or absorbed with a bungee cord going back all the way back. So I have a bungee held onto that to give it some. So when you have a big fish on and he's yanking on it, one, he's not going to yank you over or break your tie or whatever on your boga grip, or even snap out of the grips itself. The push poles I have set up, so I just put a bungee from here to here to hold that in, but also back here I installed the clip. Can you see that? Can you see that there? So I've got the clip, so that pops into there. The bungee holds it. I mean, it's not super secure, but that thing has not come out, and I've been through, you know, a ton of shit already. That's the screw-in one. So I have, you know, that's this piece. I have the other side, the top side on this side. Use stake-out pole attached to your anchor trolley. Yes. See the top of that. I have some rope and a clip, and I'll attach that to it. I had a buoy on there, but I realized that the Yak Attack push pole floats, so it doesn't need a buoy. What I said over here is my Zuka tube Yak Attack, and of course I leave these back tracks in, right? I use those. The question was, what's the estimated gear of everything? I know when I went out of Chucklehusky last time with 7 days of water, 14 gallons of water, I was at the limit there. That felt like the limit. So I'm like just right at it most of the time when I'm leaving out fully geared up. This bungee, I just tied a knot. I was gonna cut it, and I left it, and ended up using it for an extra strap going across. So that was kind of cool. All right, so my crate system. There's the bar, goes right across the bottom of the crate, and it's just zip tied in. And zip tied in was like real small zip ties, right? So so it's easy to pop on and off. And also I have it connected to, you have that one deck loop there, and I just drill a hole and connect a zip tie there, so it's not sliding back and forth or side to side. And it's just, you know, zip tied to the bar itself. These bars fit right in that outside L of the milk crate. This right here is the feature that made this boat what it is for me. This was had to be on this new redesigned boat. I had to have a hatch on this boat. If you look back 4 years ago, I had a Trident 15, and I put a screw-in hatch on the back so I could tour out of it. Tent, everything goes here, food goes back here, a lot of stuff goes back here. And again, back here is the deck stern rope. So another dock rope for stern, tied into here, to here. I've also, I put these, but this is the straps to go on the back for my tripod, my roll-up beach mat type of thing. So that trash goes back here on the back of here while I'm paddling. And again, I took this off. I didn't tie it on because when I'm on the water, this is not going to pop off because of all the straps and everything that I have on it. 2 more handles, right? So you got the handle here, and I've also got this handle here. And now I have, so when I move this boat, I'm moving, you know, moving like this. I got 2 hands on it, and I can adjust either side. Because moving this boat is a motherfucking workout. 3 things that are, I think, that are really necessary when packing a boat is a knee pad, a grabber and a pusher, and that mirror. On the inside, I have, that's my bag of bags. So I got all my Ziplocs and junk, grocery, or not grocery bags, but trash bags, Ziploc bags in there, a bunch of different sizes. And then this bag right here is my sweatshirt, a rain jacket. This goes in my tent with me at night. I have this little indention right here, and of course I have an indention right here, and then where this piece comes down is an indention. So this goes kind of wedged right inside here, right up against here. Pop it through. Once I'm good, when I know I'm through this little lip right here. I have something there, something right here, and that's when the bedding goes in. So kind of squeeze it in, it's compression so it'll fit, pop it down, and then I spin it sideways so it fits right up against here. That's pretty much as far as it's going to go. I have space inside there for other stuff, but kind of push it down and slide it in like that. So now it's all the way to here. That bedding is fitting right here. My pea jar for inside the tent, you gotta have that. Because when it's buggy, you ain't getting out of the tent. So you gotta have this. This fits into a little bit of space on the side. Okay, next up goes the bedding. So what I do here is slide that all the way to the bow. And then I fold it in. There's the bedding, goes all the way to the front. And you can see inside here is the pillows and blankets. All right, so now I'm gonna put this in that space. And this kind of takes a little bit of wedging into, because this wants to grab it, so I kind of have to pop it in, wedge it in, and kind of work it in there. And what kind of sucks is it's hard to do on a dry dock, or on a floating dock. I'm not mean. So it's really easier to do on the ground, where you can put some pressure into it. So just wedge it in there. Before I put this in there, usually I put my coffee stuff slid up into the space between. Right there. Wedge that back in. Everybody knows this, what this is, shovel, it's an E-tool shovel. But, yeah. Let me get that wet and loosen that up before I get out there. So that goes right up against here along with the toilet paper. So that's bathroom in the morning. Next to that, right up front goes, this is what I take into my tent. That goes right in here. This is my daily battery. This is a real quick get-to battery pack. Space in between the deck and the bottom, right? It's a little bit of space. But what it's perfect for is sunglasses. So my sunglasses are right along here, right up front, butted up against that front of the cockpit scupper hole to about here. I have enough space. Ritz goes right here. This is my peanuts, my Hub's peanuts. And this, and if you know Ocean Kayak, you know this is the battery pack that comes with the Ocean Kayaks. If you use a transducer, I don't use a transducer, so I cut off all the stuff, and I use this to hold stuff. This is the camera that I do all these talks with. That's for that camera that I'm filming this with, besides the phone. This goes right up in here. These are my daily water bottles. This is what I'm drinking during the day or when I'm on the water. One goes out, goes right here. The other goes sit right here. So inside the leg, underneath the leg space on this side of the boat, I have my extra paddles. On that side, I have my extra tripods, the centerpiece to the Yak Attack parking pole, and I have my yoga mat in my thin yoga mat in there. So this is a traveling yoga mat. It's just basically there's no padding to this. It's just for the grip. And what I use is this. This is my beach mat. It's got, it's green on one side. It's got like a hard rubber or plastic on that side, and and it's foam on this side. So that's I put that on my yoga mat on that, and that's what I get my practice in. And you see how the water bottles can fit right there. You have this much space right here. It's real big right in front of the rod holder here. So all my water bottles go here, there, here, and all underneath the seat. So that's where they go here, and I can get 12 of them in there. Pop them in, and I slide them in. Slide them in, and I kind of work them. You gotta get, you gotta look at the space here. You got the highest amount of space right here in the front, and then it dips down. So you gotta get in, slide through here, and then through here. It's Tetris. It's all about some Tetris. This is all Tetris. The space I'm working with here is space behind the rod holder all the way through here, right? So I've got this space right here to work with, and that's where these come in. This stuff goes right into here. And they're 10-liter dry bags, but I don't have them completely filled up, but I try to get them long. Between the tank well and the floor of the boat, the actual bottom of the boat, I have a little bit of space. But I also have this barrier here. I have the scuppers here. So in here, I'll pack stuff that goes inside that I don't need for a while, like something that's only at marina spots, like my computer. This is my computer, my auxiliary drive. That will go in this space right inside there somewhere. This is my extra phone. Another phone in here. I have my another auxiliary drive, so I have and extra microphones. If this one breaks, if it's wet or whatever. This one goes in here like this somewhere. And then I have like little spaces again in this area, just in here, to start stuffing little stuff like a bag of cookies or some peanut butter or something like that. That's my canned meats and my canned food bag. So that's heavy as shit. I have to flatten it down to get it into that direction, to get it past those points, to at least get it to the scupper holes. I'm trying to get to the scupper holes, so I flatten them down as much as I can and push it back as hard as I can. These bags, I really have to get them like just fit just right to get in there right. See, it's real long, and I have, see that channel right there? See that right there? That's that corner of the very, very corner of the well. So I have to have everything kind of loose and be able to manipulate everything in there to be able to work it through. It's a pain in the ass, but these things aren't your everyday stuff. My everyday stuff is up front. These are like, this has tools, this has my extra flashlight, extra headlight, batteries, more gum, all that type of stuff. So that's all my bags, all that stuff. Then it's my tent. Then it's what needs to be quick access, which is my tent. On the water stuff's in the middle. On the water stuff's in the middle, and maybe up front if I have to. This back here is nightly, right? So I land, and of course I have it all. I have my tripod on here. I have my trash bag will be on here. I don't use the flooring for tents. They're usually too little thin. I'll get a straight up tarp. They start off kind of awkward and thick, but they start to wear down and start to get more pliable as you go in. The shells ain't gonna poke through it, and that's the big thing, because I'm sleeping on shells a lot of times. So that kind of sits in, and I push that back to the back, and then the tent just kind of easily squeezes in there. Just kind of pops in, and again, look how much room I have. I still have lots of room to be able to put Ritz and everything else. So basically that's it.